Trump and Le Pen backed these Dutch farmers, now they've sprung an election shock. A farmers' protest party in the Netherlands has caused a shock after winning provincial elections this week just 4 years after their founding. Could their rise have wider implications? The Farmer Citizen Movement, or BoerburgerBeweging, BBB, grew out of mass demonstrations against the Dutch government's environmental policies, protests that saw farmers using their tractors to block public roads. The BBB is now set to become the largest party in the Dutch Senate. The developments have thrown the Dutch government's ambitious environmental plans into doubt and are being watched closely by the rest of Europe. The movement was powered by ordinary farmers but has become an unlikely front in the culture wars. Donald Trump and Marine Le Pen have voiced support, while some in the far right see the movement as embodying their ideas of elites using green policies to trample on the rights of individuals. On Wednesday, the Farmer Citizen Movement landed a large win in regional elections, winning more seats in the Senate than Prime Minister Mark Rutte's conservative VVD party. The first exit poll showed the party was due to win 15 of the Senate's 75 seats with almost 20% of the vote. Meanwhile, Rutte's ruling VVD party dropped from 12 to 10 seats, leaving it without a Senate majority. Results on Thursday showed the BBB party had won the most votes in 8 of the country's 12 provinces. Wednesday's election win is significant as it means the party is now set to be the largest in the upper house of parliament, which has the power to block legislation agreed in the lower house, throwing the Dutch government's environmental policies into question. As the election results emerged overnight on Wednesday, BBB leader Caroline van der Plas told domestic broadcaster Radio 1, "Nobody can ignore us any longer." Voters have spoken out very clearly against this government's policies. Newspapers described the election outcome this week as a monster victory for the Farmer Citizen Movement, which has enjoyed support from sections of society who feel unsupported by Rutte's VVD party. For Arjen Hollander, a political reporter in the Netherlands, the provincial election results this week have made the country's political future very hard to predict. "It's a big black hole. What will happen next?" he told CNN. "They don't have a majority, so they would have to negotiate to form a cabinet, and we have to wait and see what the impact will be." Tom Jan Meijers, a journalist and political columnist in the Netherlands, believes Wednesday's result is reflective of a serious dissatisfaction with traditional politics in the country. "This party is definitely part of that trend," he told CNN. However, it's new in that it has a different agenda from previous anti-establishment parties, but it fits in the bigger picture that has been around here for 25 years now. Meijers believes that the shock rise in support for the BBB party largely comes from those living in small, rural villages who feel disillusioned by government policies. Although it's a small country, there's this perception that people living in the western, urbanized part of the country are having all the goods from government policies, and people living in the countryside in small villages believe that the successful people in Amsterdam, in The Hague, in Utrecht are having the goods, and they suffer from it. So the feeling is that the less successful, less smart people are trapped by a government who doesn't understand what their problems are. Hollander agrees the main topic they've been talking about recently is the position of the farmers in the Netherlands, because of the pollution and environmental rules mainly made in Brussels by the EU. They were pushing against that. They want farmers to have a place in the Netherlands. That's their main topic, but it became broader in these last few months. It's become the vote of people living in these farming areas, outside the big cities, against the people in the big cities making the policies and being more international. Thank you for watching my video. For more videos, stay connected and must subscribe my channel.